are community bridge builders because we build bridges that bring people and communities together where they might otherwise remain apart for reasons that don't make sense anymore.
About 6 years ago, Bob Steffen had the vision to help Habitat find and build homes in southern Fairfield County.
St. Mark's and 2 other churches in 2007 got together and decided to form a coalition of churches to partner with Habitat for Humanity to build safe and affordable neighborhoods in our area. Since then, the 3 churches grew to 18 churches that we have now. Over the last 5 years, we've raised over $250,000 and provided scores of volunteers to build this project that I'm standing in front of.
This lot was decrepit. It was surrounded by a chain link fence. It was overgrown with Manhattan palm trees, dirty tires, discarded tires, oil drums, just a mess. People had been throwing garbage over the fence.
That's what this was, a blighted garbage dump, very poorly fenced, and in no way contributing to the neighborhood.
One of the true benefits of this project is we've gotten to make friends with many people. We've gotten to know some of the homeowners, so when we see them, we exchange hugs, we ask how their families are doing. It's really been very special.
We worked side by side one weekend, and I found out that she has been from this neighborhood most of her life, and she actually recalled getting up early in the morning, like sunrise, a couple of times in her childhood to come dump tires and debris onto this lot with her father and uncle. And now it is going to be her home that she will own, and she has children who will be raised here, and they will understand home ownership.
I've loved being a volunteer coordinator and a volunteer. I'm a mother of little children, and to see these families with also little children moving into these homes and working on them side by side, it's been a wonderful experience.
On this particular project here, I can remember, I think it was about a year ago, that we were framing the exterior walls of this building next to me.
I think next to feeding the world, housing the world is probably the next most important. And we have great need for housing in this town and certainly in all towns all over the world. So if I can't feed people, I'd like to keep them warm and dry.
Children of homeowners, they do better in school, they usually go farther in school, and the ripple effect onto society is positive way beyond just letting her have a home. I know I grew up poor in New York City, and I remember quite well over 40 years ago going to the closing with my mom of the first little ramshackle house that she could afford in Westchester County. I have 3 brothers and sisters, and I can say that all 4 of my mother's children became homeowners. So this is quite more than just affordable housing for one family. This is changing the cycle.
Volunteering with Habitat and with Community Bridge Builders is life-changing for the volunteers.
And as we were finishing up the last of the condominiums, the first were already occupied by families. And those people had already worked alongside of us for their 500 equity hours, which they must put in. So to be working there and to see the children running in and out to the school bus and playing outside and the mothers calling them in and smelling the cooking and knowing that this family was established, I think that was one of the most rewarding parts for me. It gives such a good feeling among us working together, getting to know each other, and if there's any way to get to world peace, you got to get to know each other.
You almost feel guilty because you get so much more out of this work, it seems sometimes, than you're actually giving to anybody else.
I've been fortunate in my life. There have been a lot of people who have helped me, people that I could never repay in kind. So one of my missions personally has been to, whenever I get the opportunity, to help others.
The reason we feel so inspired to work with Habitat is that as churches, as faith-based groups, we respect the dignity of every human being, and our goal is to give people a hand up, not a handout. If you want to live in a peaceful world where we respect the dignity of every human being and we enjoy the rich diversity among our people and we enrich our lives together, that's our purpose.